Ja, vilka jag har fått ett två. Gaming och party. Till ännu ett avsnitt av Syberia. Oj, oj, oj. Sista arbetsdagen imorgon. Vi hoppar in i spelet. Hallå samhälle. Läge bra. Det är bra. Skåne är bra märke. Det är bra det. Dricka öl. Jag dricker inte öl nu. Inte jag. Imorgon ska jag dricka öl. Några. Ja. Jag dricker monster. Det är bra. Du måste ha en sådan tävling. En tävling. Jaha. Vad då för tävling? Ja, just det. Vi fastnade ju här.
You'd better get back. Father will get cross if he finds us gabbing.
Nej, jag har haft det, men jag klarar inte det. Man kanske ska prova om den igen. Prova om den iBoken. Nej, det kunde man inte gå.
Looks like the customers don't need me anymore. I'd better check the stove.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Nej, jag kanske kan prova 2 på snabbast tid, kanske. Två på snabbast tid. Kan jag... Nej! Gå tillbaka. Här är något. En gammal spis. Och det är en vargmätare.
I need to add more wood in the fire.
Mer wood. Hur får man mer ved då? Där.
It's not enough. I need to feed the fire more.
Fire more.
It's not enough. I need to feed the fire more.
Okej, det behöver vi inte. Gooseby. Gooseby. Ja, okej.
Looks
Stod-
all good to me.
Gooseby stod det på...
Better try another one.
andra var. Vad fan är andra då?
Looks all good to me. Better try another one.
Hej.
Looks all good to me. Impossible. That one is loose.
Ja, den är lös. Ett handtag.
That should fit pretty much anywhere on the stove.
God bidon, ja. Jag vet inte vad det är för något. God bidon. Det är andra sidan med.
Looks all good to me.
Ja, good for me. Kan jag bara säga
This
det?
mechanism controls the air intake, if I remember correctly.
Det saknar en.
Herr Gustav didn't have time to fix it.
Nej, kan jag fixa det då?
The airflow seems right now, but I think the fire is too weak.
Too weak. Okej.
It's not enough. I need to feed the fire more.
Jaha, mer...
No.
No.
Looks all good to me.
Nej. Kunskaj. Vad är detta för spel? Nej, Syberia är det. Det är ett... vad heter det? Strategispel. Man får... ett spel man ska lösa pussel och sånt. Det kan finnas. Nu ska jag lösa pussel med värmen.
Looks all good to me. Better try another one.
Pejtning. Ja, det låter roligt. Man fastnar lätt i sådana här spel. Inspect med painting on the table. Ja, table bord. Ja, jag är ju målarna. Inspect. Det finns ingenting här. Det är vattenfall. Det är inget göra på de här. Då har vi något. Är väl lite flower.
I should take a closer look at those paintings before choosing one.
Måste hon nu kanske? Åh. Nu. Nu då? Nähä.
I think I'll pick this one.
Nu hände det något. Ska jag jobba imorgon nu?
There's no one to serve upstairs.
Nej, just det.
And besides, there's still much to do down here. I don't want to let Herr Gustav down.
Nej. Provise service. Jaha, service. Nu ska vi leka service. Då har vi gjort då.
Off you go, my girl. You'll be fine.
Hej. Ja, nej.
Come on, Leon. Show me your energy, your youth. Oh dear, you look more like my old Aunt Helga.
Jag vill ha mer ved. Ja, kan vi. Nej, nu går du förbi här. Kan du gå in? Så är det jävel. Så.
That's it. I'm done here. I've done all that Herr Gustav told me to do. I'd better go and tell him.
Gustav. Nu är vi klara ju det. Vi klarar det. Vi klarar det. Jag vet inte hur långt spelet är.
All right.
Fine. No more orders and everyone's served.
That's the go. Now listen, Dana. I know, you know, the brown shadow is dangerous, right? So for heaven's sake, keep your feelings to yourself. And refrain from answering Herr Berger back like you did, eh? The brown shadow is not something you can just chit-chat about.
But
Look, it's not safe. And it will only come back and bite you. Mark my words, Dana. Especially in today's climate.
I only...
Dana, I know. Just be careful. No one wants problems with fascists. You get my drift? And may I remind you that I warned you earlier when you asked me for advice. So I'll tell you one last time. Don't get drawn in. Do you hear me, Dana? So, young lady, you're still off to the academy in the fall, are you not? What you waiting for, then? Get back to your practicing and play us a nice tune while you're at it.
All right then, I will. Thank you, Herr Gustav.
Play something melodious this time. It'll make a nice change from the military pieces some of the patrons have been requesting of late.
Yeah, that's right.
Ja, det är en annan. Ska vi spela här nu?
Well, Herr Gustav did a pretty good job repairing that key I
Nu ska
broke
vi
yesterday.
spela.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Looking forward to it.
Ja, ska vi spela nu? Hon spelar bra.
Yes.
Ja, fullgubben eller han. Hon spelar jävligt fint. Nu får hon publik. Till och med hennes pappa. Till och med han.
Leon, what are you doing? I want to catch the light.
Leon, what are you doing? Han blir intresserad av henne. Det blir han med. Det är lång kattsyn. Imorgon blir det Alex. Ska jag till. Sorry.
Oh, gosh, I hope I haven't...
Bravo! Bravo!
Bravo!
Bravo. Bravo.
Clap? How can you clap? Oh, so you like noise?
Jag har
do
sett
you?
jävla fullo.
Do you? Well, you should be ashamed. Ashamed, I say, to applaud the music of a treacherous Polish separatist. Rebel rousing. It's this kind of rebel rousing that puts the poison of Marxist Bulgarian ideology in the minds of honest people. And those who partake in its vulgarization are accessories to treason.
You are
Yeah.
drunk, Herr Hoss.
Out of my way, boy.
Det är bra. Se till honom. Nu tar han av gott. Du får skylla dig själv.
Come, Fraulein. Best clear off until the dust settles.
You should have seen me then, Fraulein Walker. I was so young and eager to witness whatever could happen between Dana and Leon. I needed to know, to be included, one way or another.
Go up to your room, Lenny.
Not now, Lenny.
What a fiasco.
Men fan är hon nu? Är han ny eller sig? Try playing piano.
I can't hear them from here. I need to find a calmer spot. Upstairs, maybe.
Vi söker spela då. Jag tror det är hennes lilla syster. Ska vi börja spela?
Oh, Lenny. Why don't you leave the piano to those who actually know
Ja,
how
vi
to play?
spelar för helvete! Jävla mamma.
What's the point? I can never compete with Dana. What's the point? I can never compete with Dana.
Jo, det är bara att öva dig. Ja, nu går vi upp då. Och vi blir som sin stora syster. Hallå, gå upp. Lenin. Eller vad fan heter hon? Lenin. Vad är det? Nej. Vargen 15 februari 1936. Jag tog Metal in late 1932. Skitåkning. Är det snickarbyxor? Var det på den tiden man måste ha snickarbyxor?
I'm so glad I started this collection of photos. When I grow up, I'll travel all around the world and photograph everywhere I go. When I'm old, the wall will be covered with them. Honestly, Junta is not that good. I'm sure I could do better if only I could practice a bit.
Okay. Nu ska vi kolla. Tjuvlyssna. Vad säger de?
You all right? Yeah, I thought so.
It's just that if I had retaliated, I would have lost my job, you know? Believe me, I came this close to not being able to pay for my studies at the academy after the holidays.
Forget it. He was blind drunk. Won't even remember it come tomorrow. All Gustav could see it wasn't your fault.
Oh,
Besides,
Gustav. Herr Muller!
Ecstatic he was.
Herr Muller!
There are more and more people like that.
Hoppas vi träffar
They
Herr
don't
Muller
even
igen.
bother to hide
Herr
their hatred
Muller.
anymore. It's like they've been given a mission, or perhaps I should say permission, to abuse people like me, as if
Herr
the
Muller.
parents had suddenly become the scourge of society. And we're powerless to act because if we did,
Jag vill träffa Herr
we'd lose
Muller.
our home. My parents, they've become a bundle of nerves. They can't sleep at night.
Ja, det-
Only last week, our shop window got smashed again, and our neighbors, they couldn't care less, and neither could the authorities.
Vad ska vi ta? What is matter? Did 13 you...
I'm sorry. I've upset you, haven't I?
You've put my own suspicions into words, Fraulein. Because what you say about the Brown Shadow is true, and that's what worries me. I used to think they were just a bunch of cranks in their ridiculous uniforms.
Jag spelar ju
But
det
now I
för
can
jag
see these
sedan.
lunatics really are serious.
Sorry.
Deadly serious.
But you did know who was behind the Origin expedition.
No.
Never gave it much thought, to be honest. Only met Huss and the scientists today. For me, they were no different from any other group I've trained. If I'd have known that, I'd have had second thoughts. Actually, do you know what?
What?
Ja,
I'm going to
va?
stop training them.
Can you do that?
It's still a free country, right? So after a few weeks' notice, I'll be off the hook. At least, I get to spend the summer here with you. Painting.
But I don't paint.
No, you play. I paint. It's my passion. And you can be my muse.
Is that what you say to all the girls?
No. Never.
Hello, you two lovebirds. Everyone's going to bed, so you better come back inside or you'll catch cold, or worse.
And that's how Dana pipped everyone at the post. It only took one look for Leon to fall head over heels in love with
Inga
her.
jävla pulverfan.
And it didn't take much for Dana to fall for him. Love at first sight, you might say.
Nu, hösten 2005. En låt. Sänker vi lite då. Nu är vi Kate. Har
The whole
Mulle?
band stayed at the chalet all summer long. Then, I suppose,
Jaha, här.
everyone went their own sweet way.
Men här var det 1937. Vi är på samma
No.
ställe.
What about Dana and Leon?
Leon.
They too went their own ways, I guess. And
Detta är
that, Fräulein Walker, is all there
2005.
is to it.
Allt inne i Ropastad.
Do you know if she's still alive?
Can't be sure, but I doubt it. It was a lifetime ago, Fräulein Walker.
Ja, hon vet inte
Where do
om
you
hon...
think she might be if she were?
No idea. Things went from bad to worse after that summer. Not to mention half the town was razed during the war.
Did Dana leave anything here? Any documents or anything that might help me find where she went?
Not that I know of. But I suppose there might be in Father's old coffer. Must still be in the loft. Junta bought it from him that summer, so she could use it to store her precious filming gear. She was supposed to come back for it.
Det är Ropastad. Allting detta är
If there is
Ropastad.
anything that can help you, it will be in there. So feel free to look around the refuge by yourself if you like, even though I don't think anyone managed to open the coffer since Junta left.
Thank you, Demoiselle Lenny. Thank you so much.
Jaha, får vi gå in?
Maintaining the refuge must be a huge job. As tough as Lenny is, I hope she has some
Just
help when
okay.
she needs it.
Robot. Fint ljudet kaffe in. Nej, jag vill gå hit först. Jag kollar först vad det är.
That must lead to the other side of the circus. The authorities have closed the path due to excavation works on the other side of the mountain. Suits me. I wasn't exactly planning on climbing a mountain today anyway.
Van är Monty nationalparken. Service. Telefonnummer. Nej. Gå in. Nej! Vi ska kolla lite. Nej! Det är något. Det kostar ju.
There's a cap blocking the view. There must be a way of removing it.
Ja. Madonna Lace. Nej, good. Ja. Madonna like 63 grader. Ta bilder. En och två.
Wow. That pass is breathtaking.
Ja, där måste vi ta kort på.
I wonder what's inside that tent.
Jag tar kort på alla. Ja.
That's the fabled Silberspiegel. Oh, I wish I had time to watch it change color.
Nu ska vi se hur baden ser ut efter alla dessa år. Det är ju piano.
That must be the piano Dana played on the night she met Leon. The night Lenny told me about.
Dana.
A mechanical stove. Seen better days. Another object with the look of the Varlberg workshop.
Volvo, ja. Hallå, det gamla Indien.
Ah, I see I'm not the only one stuck here.
De har kvar samma stolar.
Together we can moan about being stuck here.
Thank you, but I have things to do.
I hope you can stay until this evening at least. In London they have the changing of the guard. Here we get the changing of the colors. I guarantee it's worth the wait. English?
American, actually.
Oh, seeing as you've come so far, then. Besides, it's always nicer to be stranded in good company. From Belgium, myself, on a world climbing tour.
Stranded?
Didn't you know? They've closed the Teufelskragen. That's the path they call the Devil's Pass.
So that's what all the fuss is about.
All down to climate change.
You mean the thaw, right?
Made the path too dangerous to climb and apparently resulted in a morbid discovery.
Oh?
Bodies of resistance fighters killed while leading refugees to Switzerland. Frozen solid.
Resistance fighters? You mean
Schweiz. Är detta
frozen
så?
since the Second World War?
That's what the paper says.
Is that what the tent's for?
It's a temporary chapel of rest that the rescue team made while waiting for the bodies to be airlifted out.
I see. I guess there's no reason to disrespect the departed, even after all these years.
I only hope all this sudden interest from excavationists puts an end to the stupid rumors that a strange creature haunts the Silberspiegel. Otherwise, you can be sure as soon as the old lady pops her clogs, this place will become run over by those infernal tourists.
Can you tell me about this Devil's Pass?
Oh, it's on the far side of the cirque, looking out from the terrace. As you can imagine, it's called Devil's Pass because it's extremely dangerous. Most of all because of the risk of avalanche. Only seasoned alpinists can negotiate it really. As a professional alpinist myself, what I love about it is knowing I'm climbing in the tracks of courageous climbers of bygone times. There's a real sense of history about it. For example, resistance fighters used it during the war to smuggle vagrants and other victims of the Brown Shadow into Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Is that the path they've closed that leads from the refuge?
That's right.
Thought so. I saw the notice.
They've blocked it off so the helicopter can airlift the frozen bodies from the bottom of the pass. Meantime, they have set up a temporary chapel of rest, as you can see.
Well, that's moving. It's important to show respect even after all these years. I've had some experience with fantastic fauna myself. But what do you make of the so-called strange creature that roams the mountain?
Just another local fairy tale to pull in the tourists, if you ask me. They say it lives in prehistoric caves. And that it's responsible for people going missing. Ooh. Some even say that the mysterious cries you can hear on some nights are the creature calling for a mate. In other words, the usual twaddle you normally get in remote or uncharted places like the high mountain or the deep sea. Twaddle passed down from generation to generation through sheer ignorance.
Surely, from what I read on the way here, the cries could come from an animal native to the area, couldn't they?
That is my thinking exactly. No doubt a bear with something caught in his throat. It happens, you know. Probably scared a tourist one evening, or... maybe it was young pranksters.
What about those frozen bodies they discovered at the foot of Devil's Pass?
Well, due to climate change, the snow line has receded, revealing the bodies trapped in the ice since the Second World War. Most probably resistance fighters trying to flee the fascist occupiers and reach Switzerland by the pass. I imagine they got caught in an avalanche. Poor wretches have been imprisoned ever since. Until today. That is why the authorities have blocked access to the pass, so they can take the bodies out, identify them, and give them a proper
Än så länge är Syberia 1, 2 och 3 bra.
I saw the tent at the foot of the pass through the spyglass outside.
Och jag ger betyg på detta.
Didn't realize it sheltered such a gruesome discovery, though. Right. Thanks for cluing me in.
Jaha.
Anyway, I better get back to what I was doing.
You are welcome, Fräulein.
Fräulein. Jag heter Kate, inte Fräulein. Jag vill se baden. De har inte gjort om här sedan 37.
Reminds me of Hans's automatons in Valladolid.
Valladolid. Ja, det är de.
Reminds me of Hans's automatons in Valladolid.
Nej, det är först Syberia 1. Ja.
Lenny's father must have made this stair lift to help her get up and down the stairs. Must have taken him many hours. It's touching when you think about it.
Jag har en lift. Ja, vad gjorde han nu? Jaha, tappade nu. En bok.
An old book? The Magic Mountain by Thomas Mann? Funny.
Rosigt.
My grandparents left me a copy before they died when I was a kid. I should get around to reading it someday.
Rosigt. Så jag är en gammal LP-spelare. Det är mycket kolla. Vi går hit först. Nej, vi kollar där. Fan, mycket kolla uppe.
It must be a lot of work keeping this place going. Hats off to Demoiselle Lenny for managing all by herself.
Lenny själv. Då kommer han dit.
Austere. Looks like a storage room. It's cold in here. Another of those cigar butts.
Ja, det är kallt. Det är lite konstigt.
There. But who could have left it open?
Nej, det är nästa istid där inne nu. Tas lite mycket. Och vi är nästa.
This must be Lenny's room.
Lenny's room.
Not sure I'm allowed in here, really.
Ja, det är Lennys room. Den tavlan den är igen.
Keep your servant also from willful sins. May they not rule over me. Then I will be blameless, innocent of great transgression. Sweet.
Sweet.
Photos of the refuge. Looks like they're arranged by time period.
Foto.
There are no photos of the occupation of Vaughan by the Brown Shadow. I guess that corresponds to when Lenny and her father had to leave the refuge. These date from before the war. There's even one from the summer when Dana worked at the refuge. All these photos go up to the 80s, including my date of birth. This series ends at 2002, 3 years ago, when I began my journey with Oscar and Hans's train.
Ja, just det, tåget. Oskar.
That's pretty impressive. Obviously helps Lenny get up and about.
Och det är bara här.
Dormitories. I wonder how many people stop at the refuge these days. Dormitories. I wonder how many people stop at the refuge these days.
i vinden. Så.
Take-up reel. Like the ones used on old cinema projectors.
Ja, det är det. En projektor. En liten gammal projektorrulle. Hej Gustav Reine, 1945. Valladin. Anna Wahlberg. Fru vagn.
I must remember to ask Lenny about it.
Ja, det är Lenny där nere.
Don't want to break my neck, thank you very much.
Nähä.
This must be Yunta's coffer, the one Lenny spoke about.
Hur kommer han in i den? Ja, det är en gåta hur man kommer in igen. Det går inte vidare om ju. Ja, men jag tror jag har fastnat här nu. Det går inte att rubba den ju. Uppe är ju inte coffee. Sätt vid left side panel. Sätt vid top side. Sätt vid right side panel. Sätt vid left side panel. Vadå live panel?
I should check each side of the coffer.
Det går inte. Ja, fan. Ja, här. Hur var det? Sätt left sidpanel. Sätt topp så. Ska det följa bilden här? Måste jag kolla. Nej. Ha! Det är ju den där. Eller berg där. Det är ju den. Oh, 69. Då är den fel. Den ska vara. Den där, tror jag. Ja, vad är längst ner till höger? Ah! Det är det jag väljer ju. Ja, fy fan. Det är inte det. Det ser ut på det. Ja. Nej. Nej.
I should be able to change the images by turning the thumb wheels.
Ja. Sitter fast här nu. Inget att kolla. Jag satt och pratade med mig själv. Google. Syberia. Ja, kan jag sitta här hela eller? Här i bilden. Upptag piano. Nu är vi Kate. Kate, 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 Kate. Kate. Kate, 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 Kate. Rätt älgar han. Ja, han är ju där på. Måste gå tillbaka lite då. Den ska vara. Den ska vara. Ja, den ska vara stängd med. Den ska vara på. Öppen. Stängt. Så. Vad fan är den jävla kodnyckeln? Ja, vi väntar med den. Vi tar den här sidan. Den ska vara det där. Det är den. Nej, lite den här. Där var det.
Amazing. Now it shows the view from the terrace.
Amazing. Nu ska vi bara skriva i koden. 3 bokstäver. 102. 108 kanske? Eller 127. Ja, vad fan. Aha, 072 är det. 0. 072. Under 8. Jävla pussel för att få upp. Pengar, filmer. Nej, Vagnhem, det är film. Junta film, gamla filmer eller?
Vaughan Refuge, 1937. Junta's films, taken during the summer Dana worked here. Vaughan Refuge, 1937. Junta's films, taken during the summer Dana
Ja,
worked
det är
here.
Kate Röst. Det är hon som...
This one says Lenny, director. So I guess Lenny did get to make her film after all.
Mm.
A film developing company. They probably developed Junta's films and sent them back once they were done. Looks like she didn't note down the end of her meeting with Dana. But it might still contain the info I need to open the coffer. No doubt Junta must have written this. Summer 1937. The year Dana worked here. Let's see. I filled my last diary
Hon
last
jobbar
night.
ju där.
Ordered
Sommaren
another one,
37.
but still waiting for supplies to be delivered to the refuge. Using an old envelope in the meantime. Today invited Dana for a chat after her shift.
Nu kommer hon. Nej. Är det Dana? Nej. 37. Nu går hon upp.
I'd like to know what Leon sees in her. I've never seen him so smitten. Thanks for popping up, Dana. How did the shift go?
Fine, same as usual.
Just finishing up here, then I'll make us a nice cup of tea.
Wow, that looks futuristic. What is it?
Ah, that little baby is my viewer. That's why it goes in the coffer.
What does it do?
I use it to put together and edit the rushes.
The what?
Rushes. In other words, the strips of unedited footage. I've finished today's selection, so be a dear and put it in the coffer, would you?
I would if I knew how.
Oh, just turn the key in the lock.
Kate Walker.
Looks like I'm out of options for now. I should check on what Dana did in 1937 while she was here. It might show me a way to open the coffer.
Det är ju Hans Wahlberg.
I'll need a key to open it.
That doesn't work. Impossible. Better try something else.
Vad fan?
No, I don't think so. Wrong one.
Jag hade key nu innan. Jaha, Dana. Det är den.
The key Junta asked me to hide.
Dana, be a darling and put the key somewhere safe. You can't be too careful with these mountain people, especially with that little Lenny sniffing around my equipment all the time.
Nu får vi se hur hon gömmer den. Don't.
I think you ought to know. On the night we first met, when that horrible Huss made such a fuss, I caught Lenny playing with one of your camera lenses.
I knew it! I just knew she was rummaging in my things. I'll make that little brat sorry we ever met. Believe me.
Where do you normally put it?
I have a little hiding place over there.
There.
Is this where you want me to put the key?
Yes, there's a dear.
It's a handy hiding place. Who made it?
Oh, Herr Gustav. He knows only too well
Herr
that some
Gustav.
customers have their little secrets, you know. Just need to finish preparing for the filming tomorrow. Then we can chat away to our heart's content. If you could just fetch me a new roll of film from the darkroom, then we're done.
Did you take this picture?
Of course.
And Herr Huss? What's he doing with the Origin expedition?
Unfortunately, all scientific expeditions sponsored by the Brown Shadow come with a chaperone like him. There to make sure their funds are used as they see fit. In other words, that there is no divergence with regards to their ideology.
How did you get to film them training?
Oh, it was a commission. Lucky, really. Right place, right time kind of thing. Of course, I jumped at the chance because it meant I could film Leon in action at last.
How did you and Leon get together? I mean, how did you...
We're just friends, if that's what you want to know.
Herr Gustav's radio. Looks like he customized it, probably to compensate for the wave disturbance due to the mountains.
Ja, det är Kate.
That's a lot of equipment you have there. If you don't mind my asking, how do you manage to pay for it all?
Oh, that's easy. Especially when you know a few generous patrons of the arts, dear.
Did you take the photos of the athletes? You're not often lonely then.
1936
Well, look at
Olympus.
our sweet little waitress. Doesn't she have a saucy mind? It's called art, dear. My work aims to explore every facet of youth and the vitality of bodies.
I bet it does.
Här inne framkallar man fotorna förr i tiden. Rejäla jobb på den tiden. Jävligt jobb.
I love your photos.
Ah, well, they each represent an element of mountain wildlife and flora I've photographed recently. I used them as a sort of checklist.
A checklist, huh?
Det är ju Junta foto 01. Var fan är det någonstans? Lift.
Here are the film rolls Yunta asked me for.
Nu kan vi flytta till nutid.
Impossible. This is where Yunta's bed used to be, which means her secret stash can't be far. Impossible. Impossible. Impossible.
Hur fan ska man ta bort?
Wrong one. Wrong one.
Är det inte... Det...
I'm sure there's more for me to do here.
Nej! Den då.
Get away!
En råtta. Det är nyckeln. Ja, nu öppnar vi den igen.
According to Yunta's notes, there was a room on the other side. I can't reach it anymore, but Dana could. Where can I find the combination for the mechanism?
Ja! Ja, ja! Helvete! Ja. Ja, inte mer. Okej. Kan ju vara en gran, blomma, get, berg. Berg, get, gran, blomma. Det är så här då. Get, blomma, gran, nej, 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 nej. Ja, vi bara den. Gran här. Blomma. Nej. Den är det. Och sen tar vi get. Tar vi till boet. Blomma.
Yunta chose the combination.
Ja, jag ville hitta en kod. Jag tänker inte... Det ska finnas en kod här någonstans. Jag bara hitta den. Nej, 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 nej.
Don't want to break my neck, thank you very much.
Nej, det vill du inte. Det är ingen kod. Ingen kod heller. Se om hon hittar någon kort.
Here Gustav's radio. Looks like he customized it, probably to compensate for the wave disturbance due to the mountains.
Ja. Jaha. Nu fattar jag koden här. Fotorna här inne. All right. Välkommen. Gå in då. Ja. Get. Gran sist. Get. Blomma. Berg. Gran. Get, blomma, berg, gran. Get, blomma, berg, gran. Get. En projektor. Ja. Det är en projektor. Okay. Ja, projektor. Stänger vi den. Nu ska vi kolla på film. Jävla gammal... En gammal svart film. Ja, hon har ingen mikrofon. Han stannar kvar. Nej. Ja, han målade av henne. Ja, det var så bilden är tagen. Han målade av henne då. Synd om de inte hade mikrofon. Fin film.
Interesting footage. Let's see what's on the other reel.
Nu vet du hur man gör. Så måste fästa dem. Se vad det är på denna filmen. Filmen? Jaha. filmrullar. Jaha. Jaha, de hade gjort något. Och fick med det på film.
Lenny didn't say she filmed a fight between Dana and Leon. I'd better go back and see her to find out about it.
Go back hem, Olle. Ask Lenny. De har inte förnyat detta stället. Jag missade det.
Oh, it's dazzling up here. I can see why they call it the Silberspiegel. Silber means silver, and Spiegel is mirror. The silver mirror. It certainly lives up to its name.
Hon sitter där borta. Lenny, ja hon är gammal. Dana, jag tror vi ska leta upp Dana.
Demoiselle Lenny, I saw the film you shot of Dana and Leon.
So Junta kept it. She got so cross when she discovered I'd rummaged through her stuff. She most certainly had secrets of her own, that one.
I know it was ages ago, but can you recall what happened between Dana and Leon that day?
You do like flogging a dead horse, don't you, Fraulein? But as you please. Since Junta never let me use her camera, I decided not to ask her anymore. Like that, she couldn't say no, could she? And that's when I heard them arguing.
How could you agree to this, Leon? How could you?
I told you I had no choice. The local guide for Baltayar can't do it anymore. He got injured.
Why don't you just refuse then? It's their stupid expedition, not yours.
Look, Dana, I didn't want to tell you, but...
But what?
Frank Huss, that brute from the other night. He's the one that made the call here. In other words, he's taking revenge by sending me to the other side of the world with the Origin expedition. And he said that if I refused, something might happen. Not just to me, but to you as well.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. You're a Vegarian and so are your parents, right? Well, Huss says it won't be long before the Brown Shadow is in power, and he made it clear that something was brewing, and that you and your parents would be first on the list.
What list?
I don't know, but it can't be good. Then he said that other Vegarians would follow.
Dear God.
Dana, darling, the world's gone crazy. Promise me you'll be very careful. It will be all right if you just watch yourself and what you say. I've asked Junta to stand by you just in case. It won't be long, darling. Half a school year at the music academy. I'll be home for Christmas. Promise. Oh, come here now, my pretty Edelweiss.
Don't call me that. You know I don't like it.
It's true, though. That's exactly where you are, my pretty Edelweiss.
If you keep that up, Leon Kobatis, I'll find you a nickname too.
Go on then.
All right.
Highland Printer, Montan Artist, Albin Lave.
Your nickname will be Alpine Lover from now on.
All right, but maybe you ought not to say this in public. Beautiful, isn't it? I could stay here forever.
There, Fraulein Walker. That is all I have to say. I hope this time you have what you need to continue on your journey.
Thank you, Demoiselle Lenny. But there is just one more thing. You mentioned a music academy? They must have ledgers and archives. Maybe I'll be able to find out whether Dana left an address there.
Well, it hasn't moved. It's still in Vargan. Go to the musicians' district. It's right next to the musical square. That's all I can tell you, so if you don't mind, Fraulein.
Thank you. Then that's where I'll continue my search.
Is it really worth your while to keep looking for Dana? Is it not just another pipe dream, Fraulein? I get the impression there have been others.
I prefer to look at it as a calling. Besides, I don't have much choice. Thanks to you, she's a part of me now.
As you wish. I hope you find what you are looking for.
Thank you again. I've got everything I need from here, I guess. Best get back to the guest house. Get some rest. I'll go to the music academy first thing in the morning.
Ska vi tillbaka till Hemulle? Ja, det är
I
vackert.
found her, my sweet Katusha. The girl in the painting. Her name is Dana. Dana Rose.
Dana
That's
Rose.
nice, Kate. Real nice.
I'm gonna find out who she was, just like I promised you.
Nothing more than a good old adventure to forget your grief, I guess.
You should go, Kate.
Or you're gonna miss the tram.
There will always be a train for you.
Vem fan är han? Är det Hans? Vagnhem. Flavet distrikt. Guest House. Hemulle.
Oh, gosh. What a day.
Ja, det är en lång dag.
I hope Oscar's okay, wherever he is.
Ja, hoppas.
I'm not abandoning him. I just need to find him. Closed. It's late. Frau Wagner must have gone to bed.
Ja, ska vi också gå upp och sova då? Go to bed. Somnar hon? –1983. New Jersey. 83. Då var jag Jaffa 2. Nej, Jaffa var 2. Så. USA. Ja.
Is that you, Katie?
Yes, Mom!
Yes, Mom. Hey, Kate.
Looks like Mom's friends came over again last night. She's been seeing them a lot since what happened to Dad. Come on, I've been cooped up in my room for hours. Jeez, pulling my hair out trying to figure out the math problem Miss Wormwood gave us. I deserve a break, right? Grandpa and Grandma from New York gave it to me for my last birthday. I really ought to read it, or at least dog-ear the pages so it looks like I did.
Sock-TV. Mamma och pappa.
The piano that Mom ordered will soon be here. Couldn't bring myself to tell her that I wanted a drum kit instead.
Pille. Sara Pille.
Mom bought those again. Wow. I hope I get to travel around the world too when I grow up.
Oh, hello, Munchkin.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dan. Ja, vi tar den sen. Nej. Kan du gå? Nej, din jävla... Nej. Nej, hon vill inte prata med mamman. Nej, vi har varit där på... Jag tog Kate...
You forgot your music box.
Be careful with that, please, Munchkin.
Det är Kate, var liten.
Where'd this come from?
I already told you. Your grandma and grandpa gave it to me when I was little.
Doesn't look like it's from New York, though.
I don't know. Must have been in the family forever.
I just love it.
You've always liked it. Ever since you were little.
Will you give it to me when I'm big?
Maybe, if you're a good girl. When I get old.
So when will that be, then?
Later, Katie.
Nej.
But when?
In a very, very long time, I guess. When I'll be gone.
Det var en dröm.
Dear Kate, wherever you are now, despite the sad news it contains, I hope this letter reaches you in time.
Oh, give it a rest, Olivia.
Olivia.
Dear Kate, wherever you are now, despite the sad news it contains, I hope this letter reaches you in time.
Oh, give it a rest, Olivia.
Olivia.
Ah, what the hell? You want me to call you Olivia? Fine. I've survived worse criticism. I shouldn't put it off. I better call Olivia while I have the courage.
Har du ingen mobil?
Who do you think you are, Olivia Foster? It's easy to judge and lecture me from New York. You know nothing about what I've gone through, of what I've had to endure since leaving Hans.
Hello? Hello? Mr. Canton, is that you? Who's there, please?
Hey, it's me.
Olivia, it's me, Kate.
Kate? Gee, it's so weird to hear your voice after all these years.
Got your letter, Olivia.
Kate, I sent it 2 years ago.
I know, things have been complicated.
Complicated? I see. And so when are you coming back to New York? You know, to visit your mother's grave?
You know I can't come back, Olivia. I'm still wanted by the police over the sale of the Vorarlberg factory.
Oh, I haven't forgotten, believe me. If only you knew how much the accusations hurt your mother. Visits from the police, the requisitions, and just when she was diagnosed, too. And yet the poor woman never stopped hoping that her daughter would come back one day. Or at least call to help her in her final days.
I don't understand. No, I don't.
I don't have to justify myself to you, Olivia, or to anyone else.
Kate, Okay, listen to me. I thought you had plenty of time to think about how you abandoned all of us. Me, your mother, Dan, or even that poor Mr. Canton. And maybe felt at least some remorse. But I guess I was dreaming. All you do is keep chasing castles in the sky and ignore those who care about you.
I get why you're mad. Do you think I'm not mad at myself?
Well, I hope so.
But there's nothing I can do now to change what happened. It's over, Olivia. All I have now is the woman in the painting.
Oh, Kate. I should have known. And I should never have asked you to call me. Goodbye, Kate. I hope you find whatever it is you've been looking for these past 3 years. One thing's for sure, though. You wanted to be alone. And that's how you're gonna stay.
Okej, vad gjorde du så här? Okej! Nu är hon helt ensam.
Okay, let's go, kiddo. Another day, another page. A new day in Vaughan. I must take the tram to that music academy where Dana Rose was a student in the 1930s. With a bit of luck, they'll have kept her records.
Ett gammalt hotell.
Demoiselle Lenny told me the music academy is near the musical square. Maybe Frau Wagner can tell me more.
Oh, hello, Miss... Ah, Miss Walker. Did you sleep all right?
Fine, thanks.
Now, is there anything you need?
I'd like to go to the music academy. Can you tell me how to get there?
You just need to take the tram northbound to the musical square.
Is there anything I should know about the academy?
To tell the truth, it's a little glum nowadays. Especially when you think it was once the jewel of the town. Where students came from all over the world to perform on the musical square, you know. Pity. It's since lost its panache of old through lack of students and means.
Everything seems to link the person I'm looking for with the Second World War and the rise of the Brown Shadow.
Terrible times were those, my dear. Especially when Vaughan was occupied after the annexation of Ostertal. Thank God I was born just after the liberation.
I see. But I guess you had to grow up with the after effects of those events.
Oh yes, dear. There was a kind of conspiracy of silence where everyone suspected each other, even their close friends. Did any of them collaborate with the enemy? And if so, was it through like-mindedness or simple cowardice? Were they responsible in one way or another for the arrest or death of a family member?
Oh, it must have been awful.
A terrible time, really.
Well, the person I'm looking for is from the same generation.
You'll just have to hope she managed to survive the madness then.
I went to the Silberspiegel Refuge yesterday. Oh, magnificent.
I won't disagree with that, Miss Walker. Those mountains are the pride of the town, just like old Lenny.
Lenny is highly respected in Vaughan because she was a resistance fighter during World War II, right? Well, I heard about it when I was at the refuge.
Lenny Renner might be a grumpy old spinster, but to us she's still a heroine. Pity the same can't be said of her father, though. Still, everyone has their cross to bear, as they say.
What do you mean?
No point gossip-mongering. The war was a dark time in Vaughan for everyone, see? Best not stir up old memories.
Well, I guess I should get going. Thank you for your time, Frau Wagner.
Feel free to ask if you have any more questions.
Ja. Turligt är troll här inne. Tur inte troll. Kommer det nu säkert. Nej. Gör jag här. Jag får hoppas imorgon när vi äter starka nudlar att det blir många som kollar. Jaha, mullekopp. Hemmulle. Ja, Mulle. Man kan inte åka den. Med bara den... Ja. Nej. Vad är klockan? Musiandistrikt. Agnebaden. Goto, ja. Jaha. Tidningsshop.
Don't do that. Stop it.
Oscar!
Oh dear. Help! Help! Someone! Help! Put me down!
Oscar? Bet you can't catch it! Don't you dare! Put it down! Right now!
All right then.
Oscar! Are you all right?
I had a bit of a bumpy ride, but I am glad to see you, Kate Walker.
Oscar! Oh, I've missed you so much.
I say, this display of emotion is most unreasonable, Kate Walker. I do hope you don't plan such profusion every time I change bodies.
It's just that I've been worrying about you. Where were you, Oscar?
Well, the mechanical instinct of my host took me for a ride. All across town. It took me the whole night to tame it, and that's when I bumped into those little rascals.
Yeah, lucky I was in the area, huh?
Quite. So, Kate Walker, what has happened since we parted at the Balaton River?
Maybe we should just sit down for a second, Oscar. This might take a while.
And that's when Demoiselle Lenny gave me the address of the music academy in this neighborhood.
I see, Kate Walker.
You must think I'm crazy, huh? Running after that girl, Dana, who must have died ages ago.
Well, Kate Walker, you know I have difficulty understanding illogical thought patterns. But in the end, what I do understand is that you need to find her. Is that correct, Kate Walker?
Yes, that is correct, Oscar. I'm glad you're taking it so well.
I don't see any fundamental difference between crossing Europe in search of mammoths, traveling on ostriches in an irradiated zone, or following your double. These are not things an automaton such as I take into consideration.
Any other thoughts, Oscar?
Well, I guess I could ask you where we are heading, but truth be told, it doesn't really matter. I will follow you wherever you lead, and for as long as you require my services, Kate Walker. That's what an automaton does.
Thank you, Oscar.
Oh dear, I hope you're not going to become physical, are you?
No, I was just going to give you a pat on the back.
I would rather you refrain from having such thoughts. I am not a dog, you know. Whatever next?
Anyway, we'd better get going, Oscar, and you'd better keep out of sight.
Oh dear, I don't suppose I have any choice. Would you mind using a bigger bag in the future?
I'm so glad he's back.
Is it really necessary for me to be shut up in here, Kate Walker?
Sorry, Oscar, but I don't want to run the risk of losing you again. Victims of the genocide committed by the fascists during the Second World War. Oh, so many deaths. I hope Dan...
Nej. Måste på toa. Ja, någon kommer. Nej, men vi får hoppas vi hittar Oskar igen. Oskar! Är det? Nej. Nej, här musik. Här är ju hon brukar spela.
An automaton musician. Looks exactly like Hans's style, like at Borgstadt.
Det var ju något.
That brand was everywhere in New York when I left. And now they've even got branches here.
Mm. Det är bra. Det är kafé där.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag, Fräulein. What can I do for you?
Do you know anything about the Wagen Music Academy?
It's the large building across the square there. It used to be quite renowned worldwide, actually.
But not anymore?
Well, from what I gather, hardly anyone studies there nowadays. I wouldn't be surprised if it were closed.
Well, what happened?
Budget cuts from the town council, I guess. The academy can't be very lucrative.
I see. How come the square is so well known?
Because of the mechanical orchestra there. It used to be quite the attraction. Every year, the Academy's best student would play along with it, as did renowned musicians from around the world.
Oh, that sounds intriguing. Is it scheduled to play today?
I'm afraid not. Several years back, the town council discussed computerizing it. But the plan never went through, and no one has ever heard its music since.
There are a lot of tourists on the square.
Indeed. It attracts thousands of customers every year. A veritable boon for us retail shops.
And for the people of the town, too?
I wouldn't know about that. I live on the outskirts, as do most of the people. What with the rents being as high as they are here, you know?
Thank you. I should go now.
Auf Wiedersehen, Fräulein. Come back again.
Oh. Ja, det fastnar i det. Ja. Jag vill se prislistan. Prislistan. Hej. Jag hoppas att hon spelade. Dana.
Strange. I can't open it like this. It looks like it's been mechanically sealed.
Nej, vi måste ha... Nej, nej, nej. Ja, det var en film.
I only know Dana as a waitress at the refuge, and yet everything seems to fit with her here. Not hard to imagine her coming here to the music academy to study. And who knows, maybe Leon waited for her outside one day as a surprise after returning from his Baltayar expedition. Wow. Pity I don't have time for some sightseeing.
I know. Astronaut.
All these letters. They look like letters of formal notice. They probably haven't been paying the bills for some time. So that's the famous Vaughan Music Academy? It's not what I was expecting.
Telefon.
It looks like the rector is desperate to reduce the costs of running the academy.
Guten Tag!
What now? If you're from the council, you can come back when I'm not so busy.
Guten Tag.
Okay, so you're busy. There's no need to shout at me.
So, now what do you want? Council minion?
I'm not from the council. I'm just a visitor here. I came because I was hoping to look at the file of a student from the 1930s.
Oh. I'm sorry, It's just that I haven't time for digging up old files from 70 years ago. I have way too much to do here, you understand.
I can tell you're a little overwhelmed. Where's the rest of the staff? Or maybe a student could show me.
You are standing in front of the rector, and the only employee of this academy. My name is Maximilian Mahler, and it falls upon me to manage everything on the premises. The maintenance, the archiving, and the lot before we close next month. So, if you don't mind...
I'm very sorry to hear that the academy is closing, and I can see you're extremely busy, but I've come such a long way to see it. I'd be so grateful if you could locate it. It's really important to me.
And so is this place important to me, too. And I would love to hear the mechanical orchestra play one last time before the academy closes. But, alas, I can't, can I? Unless,
Unless what?
well, you know.
All right, then. So if I get the mechanical orchestra going, you'll get me that file, right?
Oh, of course, Fraulein. Of course.
Okay, I'll give it a try. Believe it or not, I have seen mechanisms like the one on this.
Fan vad ljust det blev nu.
square before.
Well, in that case, I promise to give you the file in return for your services.
Thanks.
But I must warn you that the square has undergone some transformations over the years, and some parts of the mechanism may be difficult to get to.
Don't worry, I'll make myself thin and slide between the cracks.
You'll find some of them scattered around the square, and some of the others you'll find in the clock tower. Now, if you'll excuse me for a second.
What are you...
Now, what is the name of that student you're interested in?
Rose. Dana Rose.
And what were the years she attended our illustrious academy?
In the 30s. 1937, to be precise.
Oh. And here it is. And here you will find the annual inspection reports of the mechanisms by Frau Beckmann.
Frau Beckmann?
She was the rectress of the academy during the years you spoke of. These are from 1937. You see, I have a marvelous memory regarding archives. This is why I have chosen Frau Beckmann's, because there's something in here regarding that Edna Droz you spoke of.
Dana Rose.
Quite. You will also find some sheet music with annotations. This is the Hymn of Vargan, which you must play on the piano on the square in order to activate the Orchestra of Automatons. Once you have fixed the mechanisms, of course. All right then, here you go. What are you waiting for?
Väntar du på? Noterna.
This sheet music corresponds to the piano part for the Hymn of Vargan.
Yeah.
I just need to find that report the rector told me about. I wonder what it's supposed to represent. The report that the rectoress of the academy filled in with the help of Dana back in the 30s. According to the present rector, I should find all the information I need to repair the mechanisms on the square. Music Academy Inspection Report, October 12, 1937.
Today, I was due to inspect the musical mechanisms that enable students to give a public display of their talent and enable us to showcase the quality of our teaching to the people of our beautiful town.
Jaha, 1937.
Like every year, I needed a volunteer from our students to help me during the inspection, and this year's choice was obvious.
I'm fine, really.
Well, you're looking off color, darling, and on edge.
No, it's just that I haven't heard from Leon since he left with the Origin expedition from Kantar. And also,
Well, we've got company. You'll tell me later, Dana, darling. Meantime, be good and stay safe.
You too, Yunta.
Is everything all right? You look under the weather. We don't want one of our best and brightest to fall ill now, do we?
I'm just a little worried, that's all. About a friend who has left on a long voyage.
And who was that lady?
Just a friend I met this summer.
You do keep some surprising company, Fräulein Rose. Anyway, I have something for you that will take your mind off things.
Oh?
Would it interest you to see the mechanisms that enabled you to perform so brilliantly here last spring?
That would be wonderful.
Good. Come and join me at the kiosk when you have a moment. But don't be too long, though.
Yeah, today's the yearly service of the mechanisms on the square.
Ja, det är kaféet. Det finns inte bland ölställe fanns inte då på den här tiden. Det är något annat då. Look, ja, det låg ett
The maintenance room of the
kaffe.
academy. Frau Beckmann forbids us from entering.
Det låg ett café nu 2005. Ja, det ser samma ut.
Today, me and my colleagues are carrying out maintenance on the mechanical orchestra.
Ja.
I can hardly believe I held my concert here just 6 months ago. 6 months. Seems like a lifetime. So much has happened. Meeting Leon for a start. It would be so good if you were here now. I love receiving his letters since he left to Baltea with the Origin expedition. The way he described Kantar, the capital, made it sound like a city from a dream. We've said so much on paper. And I love to read between the lines. But since the expedition left Kantar for the mountains, no news. I just hope he's okay.
Fräulein Rose, I'm waiting. Come and see, Fräulein.
Incredible.
Isn't it just? You see these flags? Each mechanism housing for each musical automaton on the square is represented by one of these flags.
Fascinating.
Today is the day they are being serviced. Each mechanism has been inspected by an academy maintenance man. In theory, they are all functional. But if you like, you can go and see these maintenance men on my behalf and fetch back their respective reports. You would be doing me a big favor, as I have to inspect the piano in the kiosk. And also, it will give you a chance to take a peek at each of the automaton mechanisms.
Thank you. I'd be delighted.
Now, take this. You'll need it to open the maintenance room that leads to the most impressive mechanism of all, that of the clock tower.
Thank you, Frau Beckmann.
Do you have any questions before you go?
Do you know who built the mechanical orchestra? My father told me it didn't exist when he was young.
They were built by a strange young French inventor by the name of Borelberg some years ago. From what I heard, he was visiting Wagen while en route to the east, just after the huge fire that destroyed the town. He was moved by the legend of Vera Schönberg, that virtuoso who died in the fire. So he offered his talents to rebuild the city and create the mechanical orchestra.
What happened to Vera Schönberg? My mother always says it's the saddest story.
And she's right. You probably know that Vera Schönberg was Wagen's most famous musician at the beginning of the century. But her legend was truly born the night she performed a cello concerto, right here on the square. It was also the night of the worst fire in Wagen's modern history.
And Frau Schönberg, she died in the fire, right?
She did. As well as all the other musicians and the entire audience. They were surrounded by flames, trapped on this square.
How dreadful.
Dreadful indeed. But according to the legend, Vera Schönberg kept playing Wagen's hymn until the very end. She understood they were all doomed to die, and her music brought them peace of mind during their last moments. This automaton you played with last spring was created in her image as a final tribute.
I had no idea.
Well, now you know all about the legend of Vera Schönberg. Was there something else, Fräulein Rose?
When the mechanical orchestra played along with me last spring, it was incredible. But how does it manage to play at the same tempo as the piano? It was almost like in a dream.
Oh, it wasn't dream work, Fräulein, but clockwork. The piano is connected to the mechanism that you are going to inspect, and the hymn of Wagen played on the keys. That's what sets the rhythm and the intensity of the performance, and that's what triggers everything else.
I'll go and see the maintenance team.
Good. Thank you, Fräulein.
Nyckel.
According to Frau Beckmann, it opens the maintenance room just next to the clock tower.
Looks like the rector was right, Oscar. I should be able to find the mechanisms he wants me to repair by following the circuit Dana described in the report.
They would still need to be accessible to us today, Kate Walker.
Glad to see you haven't lost any of your legendary optimism, my dear Oscar.
Nutid.
I don't think I'll be able to open it directly. I can't open it like this. It looks like it's been mechanically sealed.
Nej. Vi stannar här. Fortsätta in. Nej, hoppas. Kom in imorgon till vår live. Så, klockan är 2. Glöm inte att gilla och prenumerera. Så hoppas vi får mer folk nästa gång. Ha det gött! Ha det gött, gott folk! Ha det gött! Live imorgon hos Alex. Hej då!